Gather, veterans. It's time to join the fight. The long war begins.
This is The Long War. I'm Rob Bear, and joining me once again are my partners in crime, Kenny Boucher and Wyatt Turk. What's up, guys?
Yo, dog, great to be here.
Yeah, what's up?
So the gang's back together again. Although I guess we have a caveat for the next couple weeks.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
A small caveat, just a smidge.
I'll be gone. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be so public service announcement. I guess I'm not streaming. I guess I'm not missing any streams. So I'll be rolling into the Wyatt Turk Beats Lab just in time to stream on Tuesday and podcast and for an undetermined amount of time because you're getting something done, Wyatt.
Yeah, finally getting the final little procedure done to get this whole thing healed up finally.
Just in time for your big move and everything, trying to sort all that out.
Yeah, I mean, like it's actually good because I was worried that we wouldn't get a spot until a really long time from now. And so they called me today and they were like, we got today or not today, but we got like next Tuesday or
end of March,
like sometime in March. And I was like,
yeah. So you had
on the phone with Kenny real quick.
Yeah. And I said,
call you back.
I said I wanted like a week between
a buffer.
Like, and it's like,
that's what I told them. And they were like, no.
I mean, it's like exactly fucking a week. It's like, whoa. All right. So, my initial plan was to drive out there with my rig and everything, but that's just not in the cards. So Wyatt and I already squared it up. Booked a one-way ticket to Austin. Book a one-way ticket back when Wyatt's done. Needs someone to take care of the cats, hold the Beats Lab down, and I'm assuming I'm visiting him when he's bored as shit in the hospital, fucking for 2 weeks potentially.
Yeah. Bring some food or something.
Yeah.
Nice.
Imagine it's gonna be
good stuff.
Bring me some Dino Nuggies.
Dino Nuggies.
Yeah, imagine it's gonna be boring and shitty. So I'll be streaming from Austin, Texas, from the swamps to the ranches, dog. Fucking let's go. And podcasting and everything.
Yeah. All the new gas store content creation.
Oh yeah, there's a whole new world out there. He said there's a gas station right down the street.
Yeah.
Walking distance. Right there.
Oof. Yeah, it really is.
Get in your car.
Yeah. So all new gas station content. Go down there, buy a belt buckle and a big ass hat.
They do have hats. Last time I was there, they have some hats. There's some chintzy stuff.
Fuck yeah.
It's like a nice gas station though. The people, it's like a family run place, and the people that run it are really nice. It's super clean. Because I live in the burbs, it's not like a gas station on the side of the highway.
What kind of gas station is it?
I want to say it's like a Texaco or something, but I honestly can't remember. So it'll be. I'm sure that we'll stop at it.
I really hope it's a Texaco.
When I get you from the airport, we'll stop there.
Yeah, I would have also taken come and go Cletus, but Texaco works. So back from LVO, I do in fact have COVID again. It was rough. Touch and go. So I didn't get home until yesterday. So I stayed away from my parents for an extra day up in Orlando. And I'm doing a lot better today. No temperatures. Everything's great. Feel a little sick, but we're already in the backside of this thing. So
you sound a lot better. You just sound better than normal.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Maybe maybe COVID's secretly good for me.
Bold.
So
it's only crazy if it doesn't work.
I mean, so far so good. I'm still here. So let's get over to Wyatt before we get into the meat and potatoes and everything. We got news, we got LVO coverage. But let's roll out to White's Cave of Wonders and touch nothing but the lamp.
Would you rather live an extra 100 years or never pay any form of tax ever again?
100 years or never pay tax?
Well, what quantifies tax though? Because there's all sorts of ways we get taxed that like you don't even think about. Like not conventional tax, like, you know, like sales tax or like your registration, you know, if you got some sort of, you know, homeowners thing, you know, paying you.
Nothing.
So
if it's legally declared as a tax.
I mean, even pumping gas, you pay a tax.
Yeah,
you know,
you're magically exempt from it.
Huh.
Like when you swipe your credit card, it's a different number at the pump.
The digits reset.
It takes all the fucking math out that's taxes. So live 100 years?
No, an extra 100 years.
An extra 100 years.
Yeah, so like magically you have like the lifespan of like a dwarf. You're like 200 years.
How is my quality of life? Do I start slowing and aging out?
It's pretty good.
Like, am I going to spend 100 years as a 100-year-old?
is the new like 35.
Okay.
Huh.
Fuck.
So like, because like 100 would be like your midlife.
Damn, that's a good one. Or just starting right now, I'm tax exempt.
Yep.
Fuck.
Just everything else is normal.
And it's like I'm like magically tax exempt too. People don't realize it's happening. It's like magically adjusted, or does everyone just know I'm the tax-free guy?
I think it would just be like on the DL, just you know.
I mean, you don't get money like appears. You just eventually, I guess, have more money. I don't know.
However, the magic ledger works, I'm never out the tax money. But it's not like people just know what I am, that I'm the tax magic guy. Because that'd be a problem if they did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is my 100 years added guaranteed? Is there a guarantee on that?
I mean, as much as it is now, I mean, if you walk in front of a bus.
Okay, so it's like, not guaranteed. You know. There is no guarantee on it.
Yeah, but like like your genetic disposition as a human would change from like around 80 to 90 to 100 to like 200.
Okay, I was just trying to see if I was secretly immortal for 100 years.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
I mean, not even elves get away with that, dude. They can still get like sick and they can die in battle and like all that.
Damn. Extra hundy, man. It's a hard one because like, I don't know if I have another 100 in me, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like you'll just end up having more money. You know? Like, how much a year do you pay in taxes? Like, you're talking thousands upon thousands of dollars.
But I'm gonna get so bored, man.
Bored with what? Having money?
No, I'll never get bored of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
nah, you're right. Thanks for talking me into it, Rob. You're right. What am I thinking? God, I'm stupid. Yeah, I'll take the extra 100 years. 100 years, I'll work it out myself.
Is interest a tax? Like you paying interest?
Depends on what the legal, it's all based on, you don't even need to know. Whatever the legal classification is, the magic ledger adjusts it for you.
Yeah.
So I'm sure somewhere in some places, that's how like legally it got declared so that it would be not a crime or some shit in some capacities. You're going to find all sorts of return on.
Dude, imagine if you won the lottery. You just get all the money.
Yep.
You just get all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do 100 years. 100 more years. 100 more years, me and Rob. 100 more episodes. 100 more seasons.
No, I do the tax-free money.
Of course, because he's already an immortal fucking Dorian Gray.
No. I just feel like that's the right move, man. Like you I feel like there's a lot of things I'm not even realizing. Like that's a tax.
You just want to be filthy rich for the next fucking.
I don't even know if you'd be filthy rich. I just think you would notice more money. You'd be like, oh, it's just more money. And then over time, it just, if you're good with it, it just makes more money. It's like Doritos.
Especially if he's saying 100 is the new 35. I think I've got it in me to do some new innovations.
Hmm.
I think I can brute force life.
Yeah. Kid, life hack life.
Yeah.
I mean, time and money will change things. Time and money together will change a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically going to reverse age for like 60 years.
Yeah.
To restabilize. So like.
There is that. You be telling people like what Jinkos were.
Oh, dude. Oh, I mean, and I can make sure something like Long John Silver's never happens again. Like, like
let me tell you about the franchise wars.
Like they'll never forget. And also I can be here when we finally take them down.
What about Captain D's?
Is Captain D's exactly like Long John Silver's?
Basically.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna do a D's nuts joke.
No, it's a real place.
No. Look it up.
It's a real place. I'm aware of its existence. I just thought it looked. I thought it was classier than like someone in chat who's been to both. Are they the same thing, or is one better than the other?
I personally have a hard time telling them apart in my mind, so that's got to be real. Although I'm not sure how many are still left. I think they were owned by Shoney's or something. Oh man, there's a bunch near me.
There's a bunch of Captain D's near you? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Someone, Dr. Whom in chat says they're the same thing. He says that D's might be worse.
Yeah, I can drive to one.
So once I take Long John Silver's down, then I can actually have enough time to possibly take on Captain D's.
Yeah. There's 2 within driving distance. I could be there in a half an hour.
Oh my god. Someone said Long John Silver's has better food in my opinion, but D's is less sleazy atmosphere. Oh, they both deserve to be fucking put out of their misery.
Fast food chains serving fried fish and shrimp combo meals along with gumbo and funnel cakes. Oh, I can eat everything there. Whew. This is going to end just fine. Oh, well. Yeah.
I'll do I have a new objective. Become the CEO of both Captain D's and Long John Silver's. 100 extra
them
years
against each other.
Good one. So you're gonna go tax free, Rob?
Yeah, I think so. It's a bold move.
Tight. All right. Well, you want to do some news? I heard some hot new shit happen.
There was some hot new shit. Did you go to the preview at LVO?
Yeah. For sure.
Were you even there that day?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
I did not go to the preview.
What about the vendor hall? Did you stop by the vendor hall?
Yes.
All the pictures I saw was pre-packed.
Yes. I did go to the vendors hall. It was tight.
Yeah, I think there's some pretty good displays there. All right, so news. Well, let's see. It's been about 2 weeks, so we got some previews. I think universally previews were pretty good. Wasn't quite as much as I think people were maybe expecting, but the new crew looked great, and they said that was only half of basically what they had to show us. So that was kind of an interesting statistic. I think the silhouette, we still have to see what that will actually turn out being. So we know there's at least another probably independent character or a whole squad of them. Plastic Solar Auxilia, like a ton of them. I personally think the Lehman Russ doing Lehman Russes in plastic form was a little bold. I mean, we got Lehman Russes, but
I was actually a little kind of like miffed at that like after all this time, the new Lehman Russ kit is for this Horus Heresy faction, and we're still having to use the old crusty, like really bad looking Lehman Russes.
and well, I don't know if they're really bad. I mean, they redesigned the treads so they go together a bit better. I could just see where, everybody knows that the Lehman Russ kit, like everything comes in the Lehman Russ kit, like all the variants. And then I think they said in the stream that the new plastic ones for the Solar Aux are going to be two different kits. And I'm like, that might be a hard sell for some folks because, we know eventually that's going to be one kit. But I guess if folks are going with that theme, although I think, the squads are going to be like 20 dudes and they're probably going to be in the neighborhood of, 70, $80. So if you're looking to get some value guardsmen, that might be the way to go. Would you have a problem if somebody used the Solar Aux guardsman in 40K? I mean,
not particularly. It's just that like there'd have to be some form of delineation on the table, because like the thing with guardsmen now is you have guardsmen, then you have like Scion Tempestus, which are very different because they have like the heavy armor. You have like the Casterkin, which are different because they have like Carapace armor and hotshot las guns. Whereas the Solar Auxilia are all just like one thing. They're just like the baseline. They all have the void suits, and the only difference is the gun they have. So that could be a little confusing on the table if you're like, well, this unit that looks exactly like this other unit, that's actually something different. Like nobody likes that. Happens.
Yep. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it shakes out. But some of the Forge World tanks are going to be in plastic for them as well. So that's kind of cool if you missed out on those, or just didn't really like building them because some of those tanks don't go together so well. But I could see where people would definitely pick those up. On the old world, well, lots of old world news. It seems people are still very much excited about old world. We didn't get any previews at LVO, but we do know that the Orcs and Goblins are the next release up, and they're going to get a battalion box, which is, the old way that they put out boxes for Warhammer Fantasy. It was a little bit smaller, but now this is more, kind of in line with what we're seeing with the Vanguard boxes, the combat patrols for 40K. So it's kind of about that size, but takes the name of the old box from back in the day, which is kind of cool. I guess there was really no reason for the old world rulebook to be in this because they're basically already out. Well, maybe not so much as in the States, but with the shipping delays in Memphis, it seems like stores are starting to get their stuff. They're kind of starting to trickle in. I don't think every store here in North America is going to have their stock this weekend, unfortunately. But that's kind of how it goes with the weather delays in areas that aren't equipped to deal with that kind of icy conditions and snow and stuff. So I kind of get it. It'd be cool to see Orcs and Goblins here in the near future, but we don't know exactly when. Also on the old world front, there's going to be a RPG. They announced Crucible 7 announced that they would be doing an RPG as well. And not only that, we got the first FAQ for Old World, which I don't think was too bad looking through it. Everything in there seemed to make a lot of sense. Probably cleared up a few questions that folks might have had. And we got the legacy faction rules. So, all the factions that supposedly aren't going to get updated through the years. But then they did say that they may try to update them in an annual faction. So I don't know. What have you heard about events and things as far as like the legacy faction stuff goes, Wyatt?
We've seen some stuff from some pretty big regional tournament organizers that are saying like we are using legacy. Like it's kind of the thing of based on the rules update that each faction is getting in an arcane tome, it doesn't seem like it's that much of a power boost compared to what units have in the index state. And so it's just kind of stupid that Games Workshop is like arbitrarily saying like, oh, okay, well, these factions, which were like in some cases one of the more popular factions in fantasy, is just now like legends in old world, you know. So man, I think it's called Square Based. That's Val's new podcast they're doing. And like they're kind of railing against that. And then like we've seen some regional tournament organizers that are like, yeah, we're gonna allow it until we find something that's like, you know, a reason for it to not be allowed. And if it's something small, then like we'll just make our own little community FAQ
like
for
house
it.
rules, FAQs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I mean, I reached out to Elric's Hobbies because they put out all sorts of these like converter bases. So like if you have models already based and painted and you need to get them into the new size, they got little converter bases. They also have like converter trays, like the movement tray, but you put your old size base dudes in it and it's like it'll rank up the right size, which I thought was kind of ingenious. I was like, yo, what if you got what if you want your Sigmar dudes to go in there? What if you got round bases? Like, can you make round base ones? So everything ranks up and they're like, oh, that's a good idea. And I was like, so people might want it. I mean, if I wanted to play with my ogres all got round bases now. I'm not, do both. Like, hey, take them out of the trays. You can play Sigmar, put them in the trays. In theory, you could play Old World. So hopefully they come out with a product for that. I'm not sure it's for everybody, but maybe the people that still enjoy both game systems in their area, I could definitely see the benefits to that. So yeah, that was cool. I mean, it seems like there's a lot more hype for Old World than I guess me personally was expecting, but also than like any of the side games, or I guess I shouldn't say side games because this is obviously not a side game, but any of the recent releases from, like Legion Imperialis, Adeptus Titanicus. I mean, even Underworlds or even Warcry never really seemed to have this much hype behind it.
Yeah, this is like a real game.
Sure. So that's, that's really dope to see, because people are really getting into it. And, any hobby and on the tabletop is a good hobby. There is also a free army builder out there. We did an article on it. I forget the exact site, but it looks like it works really well and it's free. They just don't have all the unit entries. But I mean, if you just need to like put some points in.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's there's Old World Builder.
Yeah, Old World Builder. That's it. That one's tight.
Called New Recruit.
Oh yeah, New Recruit's the open source. Where I think you can use the battle scribe files.
Yeah, I think it's like a Ninth Age thing. Those guys have been using that for a long time. Both are incomplete. Both have issues. But it definitely seems like, unlike Battlescribe, the community that like works on updating these is moving really fast and like they're really like on top of it. So it's getting better every day.
Yeah, that's always good to see, especially because this is gonna really pick up steam once everybody gets their stock in here in North America and people to start cracking out. And obviously they've already got releases in the pipe because they're already previewing Orcs and Goblins, which were always super fun and hilarious to play. So
I've already played a game with Orcs and Goblins.
Oh, there you go.
On TTS. Like they're a lot of fun.
Nice. So what else we got? So next week, Dark Angels coming out. The Deathwing Assault box will be out. And of course, we've already seen a look at a lot of the rules out there. And then at some point, we'll also get all the single releases out of there. But so that's on the way. I did want to mention that Grey Tide Studios put out, today they put out a bunch of upgrades for Terminators, which is going to be the big thing next week. They have a Terminator bits pack you can buy, and then you can get the physical stuff eventually over on Only Games. But they also have like stuff for Primaris size dudes too. So if you're looking for a bunch of Dark Angel bits, They probably have you covered, so check them out. They have a whole bunch of marine bits in general for sure. And then in the MetaWatch article today for Age of Sigmar, which I'm not really going to talk about Sigmar that much, but I did want to mention that at the bottom of the article, they mentioned that the 40K one would be next week, probably next Thursday, which may or may not mean that the balanced data slate will come out that day. I think, if I had to guess.
They confirmed on their social media that the balanced data slate is next week.
Okay, so the MetaWatch article and also the balanced data slate should possibly be out next week at some point. Thursday, if I had to guess. That seems to be the day they like putting that stuff out. So yeah, so lots to look forward to. They said the Sigmar one would be out more into February proper, which I guess technically next Thursday that would be February. So I doubt they'll come out on the same day. So lots to look forward to on the hobby front. I guess big event wise, we just got done with LVO. So then there's Cherokee coming up at the end of next month. And then we've got some of the larger league stuff coming out at the beginning of March and then Adepticon at the end of March. Is there any other regional stuff in between?
That's like the first, it's like the 9th or something, March. I checked the.
Which one?
California team tournament.
Oh, cool.
Which they just announced. Yeah, it's like the 9th. They just announced that it's going to be a golden ticket event, which is kind of wild because like the team that wins, like all 5 dudes get a golden ticket.
Well, I think that's the way it was at ATCs too.
I don't remember. I just heard that today. Just kind of wild.
How many tickets? How many golden tickets can you get? How many times can you prestige your ticket? Got to get that golden skin. I don't know.
We're getting to that time of year though. Like, the beginning of the year, it's for the last decade, it seems like it's just like go, go, go. Right. And then you thread through the middle of the year with kind of like target locking, different events that are important to, to more regional importance, less convention, right? More competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts to kind of ramp back up again. So we get kind of a break. But now with the popularity of 40K in general, it seems like the calendar is just filling up. Right? And that means that, it's kind of like anything, like it used to just be Adepticon. Right? And now
there was like 2 or 3 big ones.
Right? And then bigger ones started showing up and more GT stabilization. So I like that you can kind of just pick one that's, I'll miss this one, but I can always hit this one. So that's great. Oh, yeah. Like it's great as a partaker in the miniature landscape, as it were, that you can kind of, it used to be like, well, you missed Adepticon, I'll see you next year. Well, you still can do a lot of fun shit now. And so, in between and get that experience. So it's never been better, man. Never been a better time to just figure out what your entry point to competitive play might look like or organized play.
Oh yeah. We're spoiled for choices. Yeah. Like when it comes to.
And think about it, we've been preaching. Got to go Adepticon. If you can only go to one, you got to go Adepticon. If you can only do one.
I think that's still true though.
It's still true. It's still the only actual convention. Like for sure. Like even LVO has been up and coming for years, but they started, that's Frontline Gaming ITC territory. It's everything they've done starts as a competitive tournament. That's the whole foundation is it's, win-loss competition, let's go. And so as popularity for that style of play took hold, LVO got bigger and bigger. And it's grown its convention lifestyle around the fact that it has the largest singles event in the world.
Yeah.
And so most of its fucking convention space has to be still dedicated to the fact that nearly 1,000 people are going to all be playing the same tournament in one room. So, growing pains, but still, it's not the same thing as going to Adepticon. So if you can only go to one, and unless you're chasing the rankings, you know what I'm saying? That's the Mecca. That's the journey, man, is Adepticon, hitting that up one time. But if you miss Adepticon, this is what's cool now. Yeah, you got California teams, you got ATCs, you got fucking pull up the fucking app, pull up BCP right now. I bet you got something with 60 players down the street from you didn't even know about. You know? What a fucking what a golden age, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is amazing.
Yeah, just load up BCP and
do a little search.
Yep. You can always find something.
I mean, damn, it's fucking hype. And I'm looking forward to it too, because like I'm going to obviously be in Texas, instead of with Wyatt, but then we'll potentially all be in fucking Chicago at the end of March. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
If we have like everything is the most optimized outcomes we're looking for, that shit might be on the table again, and then we get to fucking live large and fucking the Lombard fucking convention center, whatever that fucking thing is called. And Long War doubles, 128 teams.
It's gonna be tough.
Oh, also congratulations to our fucking LVO winners. Oh my God.
Oh, did you ever transcribe those? I gotta put them in the photo.
I transcribed them in a photograph, dude. Come on.
Nah, man, write them out. You gotta put them. I thought you were putting them on your.
Yeah, I was, but I didn't. I had COVID, dude.
Yeah. What an excuse.
So, shout out to our the overall winners. The team name is The Last Wall. I want to give them a shout out on the podcast. And and I've got their email address here so we can get them their championship belts, which got weather delayed. Unfortunately, shout out to the Hammers of Uranus. They won Best Painted. Best Sports was the Red Scare. Best General, Gray Necrons. Yeah. They brought it.
Yeah.
And I think it was 48 teams played. It's just under 100 people.
Right.
So it's funny because when you're in the hall on Sunday and it's empty basically, and it's just the top 8 all the way over there, and they're taking the tables down, and it's the Long War doubles on a row, you kind of lose, like your frame of reference kind of gets distorted because it looks like there's no one in there. Right? You look
but there's still like that many people.
Well, then you look again and you're like, wait, is that like 90 people playing a tournament right there? Like just right there? But it looks like it's a couple of guys playing 40K at the game store.
Yeah, it's just a backdrop.
That's what it looks like. It looks like game night, but it's 90 people fucking playing the Long War doubles, which is a large GT by every metric in the country.
I mean, it's over 50, so it's already a major.
So that's just happening, right? And then
I guess it's not 5 days, but
right. But then when we go to Chicago, it's the scale goes up big time, man.
We've got 256 people in the Long War doubles for Adepticon, and we keep getting emails like every other day, like, "Hey, can I get on the wait list? Hey, can I get on the wait list?" Because even the wait list is closed. Which the answer is just show up on Friday and we'll try to work you in. But don't make a special.
I know this might be the only time, because that's a lot of popularity, because we've always said, how many years we've been doing the Long War doubles, Rob?
15, so almost 10.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, this is our 9th year of the Long War doubles.
So yeah, like 9. Like it's been 9
Holy shit, dude. 9 years, bro. So in 9 years, we've never not gotten somebody in on the wait list.
True.
But I keep saying that one day it's going to fucking happen. Okay. And if the wait list is closed and we're getting emails about a wait list, it could be this time. So
that's what I was telling.
Don't make a special trip.
Yeah. Don't.
As Rob said, please don't. Because this is looking like this might not be that year. Like we might not get everyone in. If it's already 128 max wait list, and we're having email submission wait list now. Wait list for the wait list.
Well, no, I just tell people just show up. Okay.
Yeah, just show up.
Yeah. And I guess before we take a commercial break, we should mention that we still have, I guess, sold a bunch of the. Wow, there's a cat here. Zangy. We sold a bunch of the Long War dice over the weekend on baronthedice.com, and also at he had them at the LVO and sold a bunch, but there's still some sets left, so they probably won't last much longer. But that's going to be all we do of that design, and then we'll have a different design for Adepticon, and there's only going to be like very few sets left of those because we got to give a set to all of those 256 people that are coming to the event. So scoop them up now so we can make more maybe next year, I guess.
Yeah, but I'll have some got some mats in transit for that we have to secure from Alan.
Oh yeah.
So we might have another little special run of things that we can. So we'll have a lot of swag this year, guys. This is that exciting.
Stop by the booth, even if you're not playing. Come by
the judge booth.
Yes, the judge booth on Friday. Only on Friday. It's like a pop up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got all sorts of stuff, man. You never know what Rob brings.
I might have some pens.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, he's got pens. Rob's got pens for days, son.
I probably have some pens.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break. Let's hear from our sponsors and let's talk about LVO.
For the best game aids and peripheral tools for wargaming, check out our friend J15games.com. From wound counters and dials to faction rule trackers, these are the coolest tools out there. Designed to be functional and intuitive, these tools help you stay organized and speed up your game. Their flagship product, the Nesting, Movement, and Combat tool, is absolutely amazing. A magnetized measuring widget that splits into 3 different sized tools for every situation. And you can get it in 8 different colors. J15 also offers custom ordered dice trays made from hardwood and leather. Check them out at j15games.com. That's j15games.com.
baronofdice.com, the official dice sponsor of the Long War podcast. Use promo code LONGWAR5 for 5% off. If you're looking for a superior dice manufacturer, then look no further than Baron of Dice. Custom artwork, faction representation, and crisp razor edge square dice. Remember to use promo code LONGWAR5. Again, that's baronofdice.com, the official dice sponsor of this podcast.
And we're back. So LVO just happened. It's the largest singles event in the world. There's 904 people in the app on the day. I think they had over Kicker told me over 1,000 paid.
Yeah, there's always some attrition.
So like 904, I think that's the world record. Does that seem accurate, guys?
Actually attending, that seems...
actually with scores.
I mean, I don't have any stats to dispute it.
910, I think 1+7 said. Yeah, like 910 played at least a game. That's got to be. I mean, like it's kind of seems like every year the world record is redefined by this event.
Mm-hmm.
So I met a lot of people. Shout out to everyone who came by and said hi. Elru Dog, he bought me that drink. He said he was going to buy me. I got to know that bartender because I was just kind of camping out at the bar and people were just walking by and handing me drinks to say they were going to buy me. But to her, it looked like I was just bumming drinks off. Like I was like the dude in the Walmart parking lot. Like, yo, what's up, dog? What you got, man? Yo, you're not going to believe me, but like my wife, she's pregnant. She's in the car down the street. I got this gas can. I look a lot like that guy. And finally at the end, I came back and bought beers and she's like, what happened? I was like, everyone's wise to my ways now, you know? So shout out to everyone.
My scam.
A scam. I don't have a wife. This gas can, it's a prop. Like, but shout out to everyone.
I don't even have a car.
Yeah, fuck, I can't drive. Like I took my license away so many years ago. I live in Florida. Come on. Like, shout out to everyone who came by. A lot of fans of the podcast came by. A lot of fans of the painting stuff. We have students came by. Shout out to Jay Kruger. Came by, said hi. That was a fun interaction. We had some people, more than one person, right to my face, look me dead in the eyes, and say they love the Would You Rather's and it's their favorite shit. Someone even told me that like It's a shared activity between him and his partner to discuss the would you rather. And then one guy says they do it at work afterwards. He brings the would you rather to work.
Nice.
Oh man.
And like it kills like half the construction day. Like them just pondering the fucking would you rather.
They form a committee and each present their sides.
Yep. It's a whole thing. So that was great, man.
Nice.
That was solid. Of course, thank you to Matt from Tiger Strike Painting and Arthur, the financial CFO, the gangster, for being there. And you're right, Kicker is a wild man. You said that to me before I went to the event. Rob, you were like, he's a wild man. Just ask him. And I asked him. He's a wild man.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I don't think it's gonna go down, but confirmed.
For next month?
Yeah, I don't know if it's enough time, but like that man is. You were right though. Like I like, man's wild.
Did you see the gears grinding?
Yeah.
He thought about it.
I mean, he was thinking about it, trying to make it work while doing 16 other jobs at once.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
While jogging, I think. Like he was like,
yeah, probably jogging.
Yeah,
around the strip.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous.
Sounds right.
So
you gotta respect the hustle.
I broke my shit down in detail in the after hours report, guys. So if you want to go to the paywall, or if you're watching live, you know, it is a free to play platform, so you got to be here live to hear everything. But in the after hours, I did a full, solid 20-minute breakdown of my experience in my 6 games. Here I will summarize with the level of preparation that I had, which was almost none physically, but being here and talking to you guys every week and being an objective game analyst and, being a veteran of this hobby, I was able to secure a 4-2 record. My first 6 games of Warhammer 40K at LVO with a list that comprised of the models I had, which turns out I had Demon Princes, not the first time. I think I have a link on Twitch for the list. I can go over it tomorrow when I'm live. But I did a lot of downloading. I feel good about the state of the game. Feel really good. I was able to pull a winning record. I was like, damn, that was clutch. So all in all, you can't teach what I have. Like I was like, I was gonna use that as an advertisement. Like, yo, no practice, just coming in cold with some janky models. I can 4-2 it. Winning record LVO. I can't teach that. It's straight shenanigans.
I mean, that's like well above 500, dude. That's like 750.
It can't be taught. Like
it can't be taught.
It's completely preposterous. Like there's so much happening when I'm playing a game of 40K. Like I'm using everything in the globe around me and my opponent. So all joking aside, it was great. The game is tactical. I had a lot of fun moving my models. All my opponents are great. And here's a cool tidbit I forgot to mention just up front. I played 7 unique factions in a row.
Nice.
How sick is that?
I mean,
Hard to
there's
do, actually.
there's a lot of variance out there. Like, I mean, everything. If you grind it out and you get good with it, like you can do well. I mean, you're not gonna win the event. You might. I mean, something like that, you might get top 100, top 775, but I mean, there's look at the top list. Like there's a lot of variance.
Oh, and one more thank you. I forgot to thank OnePlus Saves from chat. He helped out too, and he stepped into the doubles event and helped sub for a guy for us. So he also went 4-2. Good job to him too. But here's the difference. He grinded 30 reps with his army. Was meticulous. Was tactical, was dissecting information. He was up with the meta. I just walked in there. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I'm assuming that what you're doing is some crazy shit. And I'm just going to do some stuff. That's what I'm saying. You couldn't even come to my class OnePlus Saves and be like, oh, I'd like to learn some tactics from you. I realize I can't teach that. I don't know how it works. Like you just always pick the cards that you can score. Right? Sleight of hand. I did mention that early on. Get good at sleight of hand.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do sleight of hand, though, because everyone's using the app. And so I just always let my opponent manage that. I was like, flip my cards. What are these? He's like, oh, they're the 2 things that you're standing on right now. I was like, as it is.
Yeah.
Digital
well, I mean, your list just has a lot of tools to begin with. Like,
so, Roll 4 up invulnerables and demon princes, and always pick the cards you can score instantly. That's how you win this game. It's that easy, guys. That's my TED Talk.
It's that easy.
And 1+ says in chat, he says, yeah. He's like, yeah, I was sweating. He's sweating his ass off. So now let's kick it over to Wyatt for some after action analyst action. So Eldar did not win. Chaos did not win.
No, it was Necrons.
With a monolith? Am I hearing this right?
Oh, the monolith.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I saw a lot of memes about this. So, like, my man deep strike that monolith in the backfield and won?
Apparently.
Is that accurate?
After round 6, I kind of quick cared about the tournament. So I was only like peripherally paying attention to things that are happening. But it was cool to see Necrons like show up and beat Eldar, which has kind of been a big boogeyman this whole edition.
So was it like 5 Satan and a monolith?
I'm not sure. I know he still had some immortals in his army. I have to pull up his list because, like, again, that's just like something I wasn't really paying attention to. We can certainly look it up.
Yeah, I mean, the lists are out there.
30 immortals, monolith, 2 Satan. That's the list. Sick. You know, it's crazy. I could not deep strike a goddamn thing against anybody. I did it for 3 turns in a row, 2 60mm bases, literally could never deep strike them. So I said, I stopped deep striking things on round 3.
Dude, he's got 2 Satan.
Yeah.
He brought the Nightbringer and the Void Dragon.
Yeah, 3 immortals, monolith, 2 Satan.
He's got some other stuff. Like there's destroyers, there's some death marks. Like there's tech pieces in this for sure.
But he can do a 3-inch deep strike on that monolith is what I'm from the...
Yeah, that's it was like Hyperphase Crypt.
Hypercrypt.
Hypercrypt, Phasey Boys, whatever it's called. Yeah.
That makes sense because the monolith is like 9 inches wide, so you kind of need that. That's fucking hype. So, what's the top 10 look like?
Well, we know it's Necrons, then Eldar. Pull it up again. Hopefully it didn't. There we go. Necrons, Eldar, Nids.
No orcs. We were thinking
Eldar,
orcs would be in there
then
too.
Votan, Absolute Chad with Astrobolitarum. He ran the Storm Sword. Got 6th place.
Was that Richard Kozart?
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn Richard Kozart. That guy is a walking Chad. Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Like, that dude is. Congrats.
Yeah, that was like kind of the thing the whole weekend is everybody was like, yo, dude, you see that this guy has a Storm Sword? And I'm like, yeah, the Storm Sword works really good on player place terrain because like you can actually play tanks. Let's see. Black Templars, Chaos Space Marines, Necrons, and then Azuriani in 10th place. So maybe they had some like alternate stuff like Harlequins in there.
So we have
Probably.
only 1 Chaos entry, only 1 Eldar entry.
No, yeah, technically 2. Well, 3. Okay, because there was Eldari in 2nd and then Eldari in 4th.
Oh, so Eldar still the most repetitious entry?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like they have the most. Looks like 3 in the top 10.
So Eldar is still up in it, but there's a pretty diverse mix in the top 10. With a big upset, with Votan and fucking Guard up in the top 10.
I mean, Votan's strong. I mean, Guard's strong too.
Votan can be really good. They play to the format really well. Guard can be really strong. I think the Guard stuff is like highly dependent on the terrain setups, just because like a lot of their power, like really, really good offensive power is tied up in things like their big tanks. And when you get into the really tight confines of things like GW terrain where it's really hard to draw sightlines on things.
Yep.
Those tanks just like don't really do anything except sit there and absorb wounds.
It's true. I saw a lot of Gar players actually that weekend, last weekend. I think Matt said he played against 2 of them. So like, it was diverse battle. It was wild, man. I played against Tyranids. I played against Sisters, World Eaters, Full On Chaos, fucking Tau, and fucking Space Wolves, Space Marines. Like, every game was like a new game. It was wild. That to me, that's so much fun. So
yeah, it's kind of what you want out of a tournament. I hate when I like played a tournament and I'm like, I go out of one faction into the exact same matchup like the next game. Especially if it's a bad matchup for you, you're just like, oh, I just played this guy.
And it shows you that, I mean, I think that has to speak to a healthy game state. Like, when the solution to winning isn't locked up in 30% of the factions, you know what I mean? Like, meaning people feel authorized to take other things.
Yeah.
And
like if you push your sample size out to the top 15, there's more Votan, there's Tau, more Space Marines, Sisters, and Grey Knights.
Yeah, look at that. Holy shit. I mean, it's been kind of like this ever since 8th. Right? 8th started repairing the issues when it dropped. The reset, where we started getting that broader spectrum of faction representation. But I think this is like, this got to be its like maximum form right here. Like we're seeing it like fully, like could be any hero you want now. And I talk to people who like I basically got tabled by the Iron Warriors, by the Chaos Army. I had 2 models left, but I won 80 in the 80s to the 50s. Right? So like we're also playing a game where like you actually can win. Like, and have no models. Like if you're playing it correct and you're feeding and you're trading correct, right? So because you can do that, you know, that means you don't necessarily have to have the best DPS in the world to win.
Yeah, because I mean, like you can have the killiest list ever, but if you're not denying primary and secondary points to your opponent, then like killing stuff doesn't really do anything to you.
You only really need to kill stuff to kill stuff.
You need to kill stuff so that you can score.
Well, there's a couple that are, hey, if you kill stuff and take this, or
it's about to score. Like I gotta know I can get to that objective, right? So sometimes I have to kill something to do that, or I need to get to that objective, and I have to be there until the command phase, right? So I have primary, meaning I have to probably kill the thing that you're going to use to kill my thing that got there, right? Like so, killing is like next turn thinking, right? So you it's not just I see it, so I'll kill it. Right. It can be that. Always pull triggers, you know, shoot guns, but I think it speaks to a great meta right now. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
So, I'm pickled tink. Pickled tink.
Say it again.
One more chance.
Yeah, one more time.
Tickled pink.
There you go. Got it.
I'm tickled pink by the experience that I recently had. I can't wait for more. We got comment in chat. Tiger Strike Painting says meta seem pretty open. Hope they don't actually change much. Everyone has builds that work currently. Yeah. When are we supposed to get an update to the chaos?
Yeah, they like soft confirmed next week on their social media.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I heard a dirty rumor that OC0 units won't be able to do actions.
There's been a handful of like fake things circulating, so we'll have to wait and see.
You know, it's funny on that subject. Suck it, Nerdlings. I agree. Like, I think it's gamey that a bunch of guys with no guns count as eligible to shoot, to do an action.
Yeah, that's a rule that I would like to see change. Like, if you don't have guns, you can't.
You're quite literally ineligible to shoot because you quite literally cannot. So
I don't like that rule.
So I think it's gamey that Nerglings can do actions, and I think it's probably intended that they cannot. But we have all kind of just, we rules lawyer to the nth degree on eligibility concepts, and I think it'll just be hey, this is the actual. It's because it's come on, man.
Well, I mean, when you compare him to somebody like Custodes that doesn't have a lot of small throwaway units and will never get investigate signals, and then you got these guys can not only just be everywhere, deep strike in, and now they can do actions. Like, I could see the point where maybe that's a little much, right?
Well, in Rat Pace, he said, doesn't that penalize melee units? If you're an OC, if you're a unit with OC, you probably have some access to something that is considered shooting.
Yeah, I mean, like, even Khorne Berserkers have pistols.
Like, so you have to be eligible and actionable to do a shooting attack is the way that reads to me. Mm-hmm. And then you become ineligible when you say, I am doing this deploy scrambler bullshit, right? So now your eligibility has been nullified. You're standing there, right? Well, Nerglings were never eligible to begin with. By my mental gymnastics, but that's not how it's played. It's played as that they are an eligible unit to select.
I'd say, like, I would like that change with another change that, like, even if you're OC 0, but there's no enemy units on an objective and you're not battle shocked, you should be able to hold an objective.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the fair trade.
That's true. So
we'll see.
I mean, there would have to be some. I mean, I hope it's not a broad stroke. I have no problems with them making fucking Rippers and Spore Mines and Nerglings unable to do actions. Being a guy who played some Nerglings last weekend who did actions, I'm like, nah, I'm okay with
and
that.
Scarabs.
Yeah.
Necron's got it too.
So yeah, that's, I guess next week we will have more information and I'll be broadcasting from Wyatt's chair right now.
Oh man. You gonna do some 3D printing?
Hell no.
Not in this chair. This chair will be with me, but actually, write this down. We need to get you a chair.
Oh wait, you don't have a chair. Oh my god. You're like, of course you don't have a chair.
I have like 2 stools and like a foldy chair.
Dog.
We'll have to go to Best Buy and get you a chair.
This is a thing. I need a fucking chair, bro.
Yeah.
I'm fat.
Don't worry, I'll finance your chair needs.
No, man. Use the folding chair.
I sat in a regular chair for 3 days when I got here, and my back was killing me.
Oh, I remember that.
There's a Best Buy and a Walmart within 1 mile of my apartment.
You can order that chair off Amazon and it'll be there Tuesday.
That's true. Maybe I should just do that.
Yeah, order it right now.
Well, this chair is needlessly expensive for a temp chair.
Oh well.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
You guys.
It's more the price of a forever chair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think why
you guys can.
Why it's muted.
Uh-oh.
I was like, it's just a gaming chair, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do a low
quality. Dude, I can buy a gaming chair for like $100.
I can sit in $100 gaming chair for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Let's see.
That's not a forever chair though, right? Like. Yeah, that's right, Recoil.
Yeah, we can figure it out. No big deal.
I will literally die from obesity. The crushing weight of my own fucking organs and lungs pressing down on my heart.
Not for all the Captain D's you're about to buy when you're out there.
I get you a pink one for like 80.
There you go.
Hook it up. Make sure it's rated for my weight. A lot of times they say 220 on those ones, and they kind of sneak that in, like motherfuckers weigh 220. Like, who the fuck weighs 220?
Would I even see that?
Because, anyone under 200 is victim weight. Even Rob's over 200.
By a lot.
Oh, it's okay. I see it now. Max recommended. There we go.
What does it say? 180?
250.
Nice. That's close enough that I read. So, all right, now we get that sorted. It'll be an interesting screen swap. I'll be like I'll be like in Wyatt's frame, but with my name. It'd be hilarious. Maybe we'll call him when he's in the hospital and get him in on a checkup.
Yeah, I think I've got a laptop coming just so I won't die of boredom. Might have a camera.
Smart.
Yeah, maybe we can just phone call you in based on your hospital Wi-Fi. See how janky it is. But that's it. That's this one. Post LVO. We got the after hours content. All right,
we got it all.
Let's get out of here. I gotta take some fucking nasal medicine and then edit this bitch.
I thought you were gonna say extends, but
I mean, I'm on those. That's 24 hours a day.
The D stands for decongestant.
Is that is?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Well.
All right. Cool. Got a share coming. I'm glad I thought of that.
Yeah, I would have got there.
I would not have thought of that.
Yeah, of course not. Who fucking thinks about like? Yeah.
I mean, like, I got the sick recliner. I don't need an office chair, dude.
No, I get it. Like, no, this actually, I'm so glad we had this conversation. Like, that would have sucked. All right. Well, Wyatt, you want to take us out of here?
Rob?
So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure you head on over to thelongwar.net and become a veteran of the Long War today.